Hello everyone, welcome to Soul-Centered Living Tips. Today we're going to talk about reconnecting with Sophia, the divine feminine through soul work. The journey of reconnecting with Sophia, the divine feminine essence of wisdom, love and soul illumination. Sophia isn't just a concept, she's the whisper of divine wisdom within your heart, the part of you that's all-knowing of the truth, without needing proof, unconditional love, and it seeks meaning beyond the material world. This video is an invitation to remember her, and in doing so, remember yourself. So it's reconnecting with both Sophia and your soul. So Sophia, who was she? The Sophia comes from the Greek word wisdom. In ancient mystic traditions, especially Gnostic Christianity, Sophia was seen as the divine feminine counterpart of God's creative force. So she was the feminine and God was the masculine. So it was sort of equilibrium there. And, we talk more about God, the masculine aspect of religion rather than the feminine aspect of religion, and it's important that we come back to this. While the masculine principle often represented as the logos or Christian conscious expresses order and form, Sophia expresses the living, breathing soul of understanding. In some texts, Sophia is said to have descended into the material world. So she was a mystical person, and she was made in, if you see pictures of Sophia, I'll probably put one up here on the cover of the video. I'll put a picture up of her. One of the old pictures of Sophia shows so she was very beautiful, and she was mystical and that. Sophia is said to have descended into the material world, not as punishment, but as an act of compassion. So it was to show people the wisdom of Sophia. She came to experience creation from within it. To guide lost souls. So we can always talk to Sophia and get wisdom from her souls, to guide lost souls back into the divine light. So she's very important, and she was, because, there was all the male aspect of religion, and mostly priests and that were male. They didn't like the idea of a female, a woman being, have such high regard. When we speak of reconnecting with Sophia, we're speaking of reclaiming our divine wisdom, the forgotten knowing that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So our human experience doesn't come first, our soulful experience comes first. The divine feminine isn't linked to gender. She's an energy. Soft yet powerful, intuitive yet clear, nurturing yet fierce when truth is at stake. Now, I'm learning a bit more about this as I go along as well. So that's interesting to know that she's an energy, and we can always reach that frequency and be in touch with the divine feminine within ourselves. In today's world, we're being conditioned to value, like I said, the masculine quality of action, achievement, and reason. But in doing so, we can often neglect the feminine side of the soul, presence, intuition, empathy, and inner stillness. So it's just nice to be quiet within yourself. Because we have such a busy world, and that's the male aspect of the world, the outer world. But with the inner world, the Sophia essence, and that is more important. The call of Sophia. You may feel connected to Sophia if you are feeling disconnected from your inner peace. even while achieving outward success. So you feel something lost inside, even though you're very successful in the outsides. And like an example of that could be achieving loads of people watching your videos, but something feels lost inside. So it's good to return to that essence, that frequency. Longing for truth and authenticity in the world that feels increasingly artificial. And that's part of our awakening as well too, when we see the outside world as artificial and that we feel the inner self more important. Experiencing emotional release or intuitive dreams about healing motherhood or divine love. So if your dreams are more, creative and that, and you feel right immersed in them, or if you've simply been drawn to symbols of wisdom, the owl, the rose, the chalice, or the waters of life. There are no coincidences, they are invitations, whispered from Sophia, reminding you to come home to your soul. So just, take a minute to think about it. Have you ever had these, moments of clarity where, Sophia is calling to you? So how can we begin to connect with Sophia? Here are a few soul work practices that you can practice every day can help open the channel to Sophia energy. Silence and stillness. Sophia speaks through silence. So if our day is mad busy, it's important to spend a few moments in silence. Take a few minutes each day in silence. No agenda, no mantra, just breathe and listen. Let your thoughts settle like dust in sunlight until a quiet inner knowing begins to emerge. Journaling with intention. Ask in your journal, what is Sophia trying to teach me today? So just, like you're talking to a friend, or a teacher, probably more a teacher than a friend. So she each day she'll teach you some sort of aspect. Let your hand move freely. This isn't about logic, it's about receiving. Her wisdom often arrives as gentle insight, poetry, or sudden clarity. And I love writing poetry myself. So, inner feminine healing. Reflect on where you've silenced your intuition or softened your truth to please others. Soul work with Sophia is about reclaiming your inner voice and honouring your emotional depth as sacred, not weak. Sacred symbolism. So it's some things you can do physically to, be in touch. To light a candle, and we all know how important candles are. We light candles when the lights go out, but it's important to just light a candle and feel the presence. I think, when we light a candle, you can feel the presence of, spirits within the room. Hold a rose. That's something, from the garden. Or meditate on the symbol of the chalice, a vessel for divine truth. These symbols remind your subconscious of Sophia's presence in your life. Embodiment. Sophia is not just to be understood, she's to be felt. So you'll feel her presence. Move your body with grace. Walk in nature. And I think it's like a little bit of mindfulness in there as well. Speak kindly to yourself. Each moment of presence is a doorway back to Sophia. So, as you begin to reconnect with Sophia, you'll notice subtle shifts, a softer heart, a deeper sense of inner peace, a wisdom that doesn't come from books but from being aligned with your soul's truth. To live in Sophia consciousness means to see the world through the eyes of compassion and divine understanding. It's realizing that true power lives in love, not control, and true wisdom lies in listening, not knowing. Sophia has never left you. She's always been there. She's been waiting quietly in the chambers of your heart. Every time you choose truth over illusion, peace over chaos and love over fear, and that's part of your awakening as well. You bring her back into the world. That's all I have now on this bit of talking about Sophia, and I'll probably do some more later on. So if this video resonates with you, please give it a like, and maybe you could share it with someone that might get some help from listening to how the information about Sophia and the Divine Feminine. Now I'm going to spend a peaceful moment and be in touch with Sophia, and hopefully I'll find some peace. Now, bye for now, and talk to you soon.